Want to trade with Rithika? Join Chase at www.laductrading.com/chase.
Hope you had a great week. You can see here that we pretty much have been sideways to upside. The market hasn't really been surprising. It's been following along the path. But something to keep a note is that if I zoom out, we are at the top of the channel. So generally we do go sideways and then we do have a bit of a sell-off. So I warn, but I do think that we could continue to move to the upside. If we break above this, you can see here, we did break and stay above this 1.272 fib, and we are kind of just holding above that level. So as long as we hold above that, I think we could still continue in this wave 3 up into this 6667-ish before we have that extended pullback into the downside before we go up for a wave 5. But yeah, bigger picture, I just want you to keep an eye that this is a chart that I've had from 2009, and every time we've gone above the channel, we have had an extended sell-off. So do keep in mind that we are kind of in, I wouldn't say a blow-off top bigger sense, but we will have a very extended correction once we move up here. We will have a lot more room to the downside at that point. Keep an eye, but yeah, for now, you can see we are hovering here. If we reject, we could come back into 6,500. So you need to be watchful for these levels. We are in very tricky conditions being up here. But yeah, nothing's really wrong. I wouldn't say it's done anything wrong. Other markets, it's here like QQQ still have more to the upside. We haven't even gone back into the channel. So most of it looks pretty similar. You look at IWM, again, we are almost at the top of the channel. So we could potentially be in for some digestion. That's all I'm trying to warn. And we could look for wicks for clues. You can see here, this is our level of support at 14.715. We are trying to gap above. So if I were to draw a trend line this way, you can see here, this is where the downtrend is. So if I want to get bearish on the market, I would like wicks above 18.5. Then we could start to see more downside on the puts. As for now, I would say that the wicks is still sideways to lower and the market could continue higher. So with that being said, I am still on Tesla. We have been bullish for 2 weeks and we are successfully breaking out. So again, you can see here, we do have a gap to fill a 402 in this market. We are opening at the next level of resistance here at 418. So we could have a little bit of selling, but I am still expecting more upside on Tesla. Bigger picture, we are just starting to break out. So we could push into potentially 485 before we sell off. And then I do have higher targets, 550, 600 in the future. Swing time frame. So far so good. And yeah, ideally it's still the same stop at 330, which is where the swing took off. So that's what I have for Tesla. On the other hand, Netflix, you can see here, bigger picture. This is our channel on Netflix and we are having a bit of sideways digestion. So this is support 1190. So if we break that, we are going to come into the next level of support at 1157. It does look a little bit weaker, but yeah, watch for a support break before you kind of short Netflix. So I am looking just for a sideways move before again we continue to the upside on Netflix. So this is the channel we have on Netflix. So you can see here, this is our 1, 2, this is our 3, 4, 5. So we're kind of having that again, a 1, 2 wave 4 downside before we go up for that wave 5. So that's what I have on Netflix. The next one I have is Twilio. Again, you can see here we did kind of have that channel break on Twilio. So that's the reason I think that if we do break this support level right here at 102, we will come down lower into that $96 and $90 level on Twilio. So that's what I have for Twilio. And last but not the least, China is continuing to move to the upside. So we did have a little bit of rejection here at resistance. So you can see this here. JD, this is resistance and this is where support is. So as long as we get over this 34.5 level, then JD would automatically go into 36 and I think continue to break to the upside. You can see here, we are kind of breaking out of this pennant as well. So any digestion could be a good dip to buy on JD. So you can keep an eye on this as well. So yeah, that's all I have for this week. Thank you.
Join Chase to trade with Rithika and other experts. Subscribe to LaDuc Trading YouTube channel for more Wolf's weekly wave list videos and other content.